Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eric Humphrey from Quiet on the Set magazine. Today, I have the honor of interviewing this fantastic diva queen bee, Betty Isminga, a native Washingtonian. She's an actor, a mom, a model, a songstress. She does everything. Betty has appeared in several musicals, theater projects, sung on gospel charts. She's been featured in Essence AARP magazine, covers of New Home Guide. Betty has beautiful daughters, Dana and Dawn. And Aesthetic? What's the Aesthetic? Dawn and Aesthetic. So I'm going to let Betty do her thing because she has a list and she has a plethora of things that she's involved in. So I'm going to let Betty reintroduce herself and tell the audience about you.
Oh, thank you for having me. Thank you so much, Quiet on the Set, for having me here. Thank you, audience, for being here with Eric. It is an amazing experience to be here, and I'm very, very grateful. But as he said, the bio is just a bio. I'm Betty Isminga, native Washingtonian, very grateful to be a mother twice. Grandmother, Nanaboo is my precious gift. Model, actor, singer. Now I'm a co-author of a book. I work at Anacostia Art Gallery and Boutique on the weekends. And I'm grateful to be alive. That's it. And grateful to have been on the other side of the pandemic.
So tell us about the book first. Let's talk about the book.
Okay.
Because you wrote four children's books?
No, I'm in the process of completing the 4 children's books.
Okay.
I am a co-author of a book called Embracing My Sexy 60s. There are 20 authors. The visionary is Sharon Bullock. And we all have a section in the book, and I think we have 8 pages of the book. So I am on page 99.
So page 99.
99 of the book, chapter 11.
I'm going to let her read an excerpt from the book.
The book. That'll be amazing.
So the audience can...
So this is the book, see? And chapter 11, that's me. Okay. So my chapter is called Manifesting Bee's Journey. And how I start is, when you are down to nothing, God is always up to something. God sees you, He knows where you are, and can put His hands on you in the twinkling of an eye. That's kind of the excerpts, or like they say in the movies, this exhibition of where I'm going with the story, where I start, that I've been singing since I was 3. My mother was a Baptist minister. We had a family gospel group. So, and then when you get to the end of the book, or at least the end of my chapter, then how I close is I say that inspiring others should be the sole focus of Sexy at 60s, motivating them to overcome obstacles and to come out of dark places. It is the blueprint to show the world how to live life with more zest and zeal. Emerging from the ashes of obscurity, I rise, tall and talented, bald and brave, chosen and courageous. At age 62 is what I was when we wrote this. Now I'm 63, and this is my journey.
Wow.
That's the book. And it's an Amazon best-selling author book.
Okay, very well. So how did you get started in theater?
I went to the University of the District of Columbia. I started acting from the theater department there. I graduated from high school in 1976. And so it was probably, I enrolled in the school initially in 1990, 91 in the theater department under Professor Amelia Gray. And the very first play I had the opportunity to do was The Colored Museum, which was a wonderful experience. But I was very disrespectful to the world of acting. I didn't learn any of the lines. I went to sing. So she casted me for the singing role, but she also casted me for the understudy of the main character. So with my disrespectful ways, I have learned that, you know, when those opportunities come, you learn the lines. Whether you're understudy, you're the main character, whether you're understudy or not, there are no small parts. So since that time, I have such a great respect for the world of acting. So now I'm a better actor. I learn all the lines. I think Will Smith says whenever he's booked for a project, he learns the entire thing. So that's what I'm working towards at 63.
Okay. Because you had played in Jesus Christ Superstar, The Color Museum, like you just mentioned. Don't Sing,
No
Blues for Me. Movies, most recent, Bride Price, Black Body, and I Don't. Tell us about those film projects.
The film projects, Bride Price is a Nigerian writer. She was a graduate student from Howard University, and her thesis was this project, and it won the Annapolis Film Festival Award. So it was a great opportunity to be a part of that. And there, it is a Nigerian film, but I'm very much so an American. To be a part of something that reflected different cultures was a great experience. And the movie I Don't is a local writer who is another Howard graduate. I think she's an attorney during the day. But that was a very, very awesome experience as well. I played a main character. I was the wife, the mother of the children, but I was the wife. And it reminded you of soul food. So if you look for it, you want to look online because it was really, really a great movie. Bride Price was as well. I Don't was as well.
Online. People can find
it. You can find it online. If you Google it online, it'll come up.
Okay. And tell us about the EP, the single. Because she sings, people. I heard her sing. Unfortunately, was at a very good friend, who I consider a sister of mine, husband's funeral.
Yeah.
That's when I first heard you sing. And I didn't know you went to UDC. And I believe I started in 90 something.
At the university.
At UDC. So I got my bachelor's there. But I may have seen you around because I remember Amelia Gray.
Yes, Professor Gray. Yeah, where I just recently graduated. All Professor Gray always said was, get your degree while I'm here. Well, when you procrastinate and don't stay focused. But I just graduated from the University of the District of Columbia and was on the Dean's List and won the Matilda Minor Award.
Okay, that's very well.
So, that was a great
So young ladies that's in their 60s and want to go back can do it. She did it.
Absolutely. And you don't want to give up on yourself. So the singing came when I was 3. We used to have a family gospel group called the Spriggs Singers. And that's what my last name was.
Spriggs?
Then. Yes. Spriggs. We're one of the largest families in Northeast. It's 10 of us. And I'm next to the baby. So I started singing at 3. And since then, I've written a CD, and it's called Ninth Child, because I am the ninth child. So that's where that came to me. And it's called A Window Was Open. So I operate from a spiritual place, and I totally believe that when a door closes, a window opens. So a window was open. So get that. It's wonderful. You'll see.
So is it a spiritual, inspirational song?
Inspirational song. Yes, it is.
Very well.
Yeah.
So tell us something about some of the other future projects that you're going to be working on.
I'm currently reading for Ayanna Blake. She won the Hella Hayes Award. She is a amazing writer here in DC. And the play is going to be September the 25th at Creative Caldrum in Fairfax, Virginia. It is called Girls of Madison Street. You talking about something that's amazing. All women.
So Girls of Madison Street takes place here in DC?
It takes in Fairfax, Virginia. At Creative Caldrum. Yes. Okay. It is, I want to say that it's at 7:00. But if you Google it, I'm trying to tell you, it's going to be a great experience. So I'm excited about that.
So any other stage productions going on? Well, it's COVID, but so let's talk about COVID. How did you maintain your artistry, during this pandemic?
I think that what it helped me do, this book was written through the pandemic.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I finished my part of the chapter at the end of 2000. It came out in December. And then from that experience were the children's books. It's like the writing just kind of flowed. So the pandemic was positive and it was negative. The negative part is we're still in it. But the positive part is that your creativity will manifest if you just sit still and trust it. And it'll bring you financial blessings. That's what has happened for me.
Wow. So tell us the names of the children's books. It's
called Little Buckwheat Grows Up to Be a Model. Little Buckwheat grows up to be an actress. Little Buckwheat grows up to be a singer. and little Buckwheat grows up to be a queen. It's all the gifts and talents that I've been given. And little Buckwheat is what they used to call me as a kid. So,
okay, gotcha.
Which I found it to be offensive, but I turned it into something that was positive. Yeah. Right. And when you think, because the modeling part of me, when you think of me, the model, I don't have long hair, even though I was in essence in 1991. Mm-hmm. And since then, I've had my hair close and very natural. They did an amazing job on the haircut. I loved it so much. So here I am. But I'm not what's projected on a big screen in terms of a model, even though I have those gifts and talents. So that has really, really helped me.
Okay. So then you also in 2018, you won the American Classic Women of the Year pageant and Dionne Warwick look-alike contest.
Dionne Warwick look-alike contest.
So you put, I'm going to go get it. Is that what
the trophy? Yes. So the trophy, my crown, the sash, and it's for women that are 55 and older.
So she won this baby here. So and this was for the American Classic Pageant, 2018 Queen. 2018. It was a Dionne Warwick lookalike?
No, it was not. No. Two separate entities.
Oh, two separate entities.
Yes.
So this is the one from the pageant.
This is the one from the pageant.
So tell us about that experience.
It was, when I entered it the first time initially in 2017, I became first place. Mm-hmm. When I went back in 2018, then I won. The visionary of the pageant is 91. She just turned 91.
Wow.
She is from North Carolina. The pageant always takes place at the Lincoln Theater, but the pandemic last year was so heavy towards seniors that it didn't manifest. So we just celebrated her, the owner, the visionary of the pageant. And I don't mean to say her, so I apologize for that. But we celebrated the pageant's founder, and it was, and it still is going strong. It will be 2022 at the Lincoln Theater.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And the visionary's name is Mother Blunt.
Well, Mother Blunt.
Mother Blunt. That's what we all call her. Mother Blunt. From North Carolina. Yeah.
So you also wrote a play.
I did.
And the play is titled what?
The play is called Preacher Woman. My mother was a minister. My grandmother's a minister. My auntie is a minister. And when my mother passed 16 years ago, it was so daunting to me that, I said my mother was so much more powerful than sitting around crying every year. It was her birthday, the day she passed. So it dropped in my spirit to write a play. The play is called Preacher Woman, and it talks about how we are in the church with our, I have to say this right, you all, how we are with our possessions. And so the tagline to it says, you never know where your challenges are until you check your pews, where you're sitting, who's sitting on your pews with, this is my seat. No, I'm the first lady. No, I'm the head usher. It's all of those issues, but it's from a funny place, but also a serious message. So it's called Preacher Woman.
Okay. So. And when would this be in production?
I did it once at the Woodridge Library. It's on Rhode Island Avenue. And I'm going to do it, hopefully, at the DC Black Theater Festival when we become live again. Yeah. Okay.
And if we don't, would you do it virtually?
Absolutely. Okay. Yeah.
Very well. That's interesting. And so we had a question. I'm going to go back to the children's book.
Mm-hmm.
What do you see? When did you see that being finalized or being published?
At least by December the 25th.
And it's 3 different books?
It's 4.
4 different books.
4 different books. And it talks about low self-esteem, building your confidence, and knowing who you are. Little girls, I mentor girls. So that it comes from that perspective.
Very well. What's in your future?
The window is open.
Well, we did talk early when you was getting your makeup done by the fabulous Majestic Beats.
Oh, yes. See.
I said, if they ever do a Grace Jones biopic, you should be starring.
Absolutely. Grace, please call me, Betty Ensminger. You can send me an email, her team, bettyensminger@gmail.com. Or Dionne Warwick, Betty Ensminger at gmail.com.
And
And
sell it.
Cicely, I missed you, Cicely, the queen of all queens.
Yeah,
but you need to get her book.
You could do-
Because on the cover of her book is when her hair was close like mine.
and y'all look alike.
Oh my goodness.
You look like 3 stars. You are a star yourself, so it doesn't matter.
No.
You're a star.
No, I think that for me, it's an honor to have those 3 resemblance. It just speaks to how powerful Black women are when we have cheekbones, the natural lips, the natural nose, that you don't have to go get fixed. Fix the inside of you and you'll understand where beauty is because it'll radiate. And then for you all, hopefully you'll see somebody in you that you never seen. So the gift for me is that I can sing, I can act, and I can model. And but my most proud experience is to be a mother and a grandmother, a mother twice and a grandmother.
So let me go and let me ask you about the last name. So you said Spriggs first.
Spriggs is my biological name.
So Ensminger is your married name.
My ex-husband's ex-husband's last name. God rest his soul. He's no longer here. Okay. But it's Ensminger. Yes.
Okay, and that derives from?
It's very German. Everybody says German. You married a German. My ex-husband was not from Germany, but I'm quite sure somebody in the lineage got a hold to somebody. That is his last name. It's Ensminger. Okay. So it does. When I show up as Betty Ensminger, they're not looking for me. It's like, I mean, you see it immediately, but you can hear them say Ensminger, and I want to say here I is, but my mother was a minister and an educator. You better not, even though she is not here, I can feel the wrath coming. So I just said, here I am, but you can see Ensminger. Her name is I'm Betty Ensminger. Okay.
That is funny. Very well. So what's in store in the future for you? What you got planned for yourself? What's going on?
I think at this moment, I'm very, very open for opportunities. After I finish Girls on Madison Street, I don't know what the future holds from that perspective other than continuing to finish these 4 children's books. I have a Christmas CD that I'm working on. And my vision is to sing at the Christmas celebration at Christmas time here in DC.
Oh, okay.
So I'm believing that door will open. So I represent DC from that perspective.
Okay, very well. Well, it's been a true pleasure talking with you. It's such a delight.
Thank you.
I've been seeing you for years.
Yeah.
And then we just pop up. I think we was at the gym.
At Planet Fitness.
I said, Betty.
Yes, taking care of ourselves.
She said, I remember you. So I'm glad that we were able to connect and make this happen.
Yeah, thank you so much. And thank you, audience, for hearing us.
And also give them your contact info so they can be able to follow you.
Absolutely. So I'm on all the social media sites. Facebook, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram, but I'm most active on Facebook. Yeah, I know people are always saying that's where the old people are on Facebook, but I'm very active on the other 2 entities. And my email address is BettyEntzminger@gmail.com. And if you're not doing anything today, come to the gallery at 119 Raleigh Street, Southeast. That's where I'm headed. It is an amazing experience in Southeast from 11 until 6. Come see us.
Now, that's if you're in DC because we have a national audience. So if you live in DC, you can see Miss Betty Z. I'm going to call her Betty Z. She's going to be at the gallery today.
Yeah, today and tomorrow.
Today and tomorrow.
Yeah,
so
11 to 6.
Please do come and support. And thank you very much, Theo. My cameraman is like, look over here. Okay, thank you. But please come and support. And we thank you for joining in. And everyone have a blessed weekend. Take care of someone. Tell somebody that you love them. Make it happen. And Absolutely. Thank you, Betty.
No, thank you.
We love you, our QOTS Mag.
Thank you. Be quiet on the set.
Be quiet on the set.
Thank you, guys.